These folks in the Circle City, they love their Colts, and they have packed the house tonight as we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Tonight, we've got the crew set for what should be a real treat, a great Monday night matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Indianapolis Colts. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here we go.
Throwing on the first play from scrimmage, here's Burrow.
And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, this defense for the Colts, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Mixon with a first down carry. And some space here. 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Here we go, here we go. 11 MC tank. 11 MC tank. 12.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He completes it to Boyd. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Reed. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
On 2.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll give it to Mixon, and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals.
Joe Mixon with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bengals lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
They run once more with Taylor.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Trap 50, trap 50.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Roth. He's got a man complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL. On EA Sports.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19. To the right side, this is Taylor.
They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Off the play fake. Roth. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted.
Daxton Hill picks it off.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Burrow. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And they'll get him down up past the 15. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Burrow going to get this out to Boyd on the perimeter.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
Here we go.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
3rd and 2, now Burrow. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. They go back to the ground now with Mixon.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
11.
Again, it's Mixon.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Amazing, perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Here we go, here we go.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success yet.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick 6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick 6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-zip. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Looking to throw. Roth. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And it's fielded at the 34.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. In motion left goes Boyd. 3rd down, Burrow. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. I don't know, he had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
No, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
You got to stay with it.
That's true. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half scores just like this one.
He's going to go for a big play downfield.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Roth. And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. That's pulled in at the 32. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here as he's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Here we go, here we go.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. Oh, he's got some breathing room. He's at the 40. past the 20. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room.
McPherson's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock.
The final shot before break. Roth going deep here for Watkins. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Roth. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Operating from the gun. Roth. And I think the ball's out. And the Bengals grab it.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
143 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time. But it used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, "Summertime and the living is easy." Right now, it's football time, and the running is easy for this crew. Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
11.
Back to Mixon on first down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. McPherson's kick is good.
And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now.
Well, after that last sequence, they're sitting pretty comfortably. They force the fumble, get the field goal, and expand on that lead here in the second half.
And don't expect them to rest on their laurels after that kick either. They'll keep their effort up until the final whistle. They don't consider any lead safe.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands? Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Roth. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. That's taken at around the 40. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns. Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
This is caught. It's Boyd.
He'll get it inside the 20.
Touchdown! Tyler Boyd with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Bengals extend their lead yet again. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Colts, nothing. McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Fair catch, made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense is at the line and set to go.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception.
Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
180 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Here we go, here we
From
go.
the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun to give to Mixon. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 16. We are off to the 4th.
Honey.